You'll need a chair today. Chair. Get your chair. Welcome. Ageless Balance. I am Ron. It is good to have you here. We are going to start out with seated warm-ups. Today's class is brought to you by the letter G and the number 7. Nope, that's Sesame Street. Let's try this again. Today's class will be warming up. Start with the legs. From a seated position, then we're going to go into seated strength exercises. Make sure you've got your weights. From there, we go to the seated strength exercises, to a standing if you like, and then we will go through them one more time. From a seated or standing, your choice, whatever you like to do. And if you want to do both sets standing, you should do that. That's a really good idea. Up to you. Arms up over the top. Come up. It's been a long time since we've worked out, so don't worry about getting too high here. Just a little bit at a time and back down. Start taking a little deeper breath each time you come up. Filling up the lungs, getting it down in the lower part of the lungs. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Maybe each time you come up, the arms will get just a little bit higher and back down. Make sure you've got the shoulder blades back, ears, over shoulders, over hips. One more time, bring the arms up overhead. Deep breath in, pushing the stomach out, and exhale. Pick the leg up and just kick it out, up and out. Concentrate on that neutral position, keeping your back straight as you kick out. Don't let yourself lean forward. Don't let the chin come down to the chest. Shoulders should not roll forward into a bowl. No bowls. And out, out. Get your hands up here, right here, right here, right in front of the chest. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and punch. Out, out. Take your time with this. You don't have to go very high. You don't have to push hard. This isn't a workout right here. This is just a warm up. So take your time. Do what's right for your body right now, little at a time. This is the first time I've worked out today. So I'm taking it easy. I can feel it in my shoulders and my hips and my knees. I'm getting old. And out, out, and out. Rotate that hand and push. Cross body. Leg goes forward, straight forward. Arms go across. Reach and reach. This is not cardio, so you don't have to go fast. This is just warm up. Reach across. Out, out, and out. Back to just a march. So easy to do. In the time that I was doing that, punching across, the shoulders started to come forward a little bit. I need to reset. Ears, shoulders, hips, and neutral position. Take the arms, bring them up. 90-degree angle at the torso here, right there, right by the hips. Arms out. Keep the legs marching. And in. Take it out, roll the shoulder blades back, tightening up those muscles in back, warming them up, stretching out the shoulders and the chest. And back in. Again, out, rolling the shoulder blades back, opening the front of that shoulder. Shoulders, both sides. And back in. Again, back. Shoulders back. And bring it in. Lower body. Tap and tap. Shoulders stay back, out, out. Toe stays forward as you do this. Knee and toe stay above. Everything's pointing forward. Don't let you roll out. Don't let the hips go out. Don't lean to the side. Don't pass go. Yeah, $200. You got it. Out and out. Take the leg, pick it up, rotate out, stretching out the inner thigh. Bring it back in. Other side up and out. Make sure the hips are not twisting with the leg. Knee and toe stay in the same direction. Don't let the leg hook out. Straighten it out to the outside and back in. Up, out, in and down. And a couple more times. Get the feel for that. Make sure those sits bones aren't turning. Knee and toe in alignment. In and out. Arms back up here. Arm and leg go together. Out and in. Out and bring it back. Reach. Make sure those hips aren't moving. This is working the muscles in the hip joint, that leg and hip where they come together, warming it up, stretching it out and in, and in. All right. Let's stop doing this. Let's stop doing that. Stay in the march. Stay in the march. We're going to extend the foot out. Let me get at an angle here. Extending the foot, kick, heel tap, and in. Up, out, down, and in. That's it. Up, out, down, back, kick, and it's a leg drop, leg lift, down, working the hip flexors as you bring it up, working the quadriceps as you bring the foot back, down, tap, and in, out, down, up, and in, tap, and back, tap, and in. Couple more times. One more time each side. Let's do it one and out, and back, and bring it in, back to the march. Arms down at the side. Just a nice, easy hip, or no, these are shoulders. Shoulder bend, side bend. There we go. And back up. Nice and easy. Make sure that you're just hinging above the hips, torso, shoulders, and back to center. Other side. Keep the legs going. Keep working those hip flexors. We're warming them up. I'm warming up, which is good because it's cold in here. Down and up, down and up. Taking that left arm, bring it up over the top. Stop the legs and just reach over the side as far as you can. Picking that arm up, creating an arc over the top of the head, bending from the hips or from the waist up. Hips stay on the seat and bring it down, other side up and over. Reach, and bring it back, hands out front. Right out here, easy rotation, bringing through the shoulders, just the shoulders, not the torso. All we want to do is stretch out the chest, stretch out the upper back. Bring it around and back to center. Little at a time. What we don't want to do is tweak the back. So we just start out warming it up with small movements, and then we get a little deeper with it. And back in, arms out front. And bring the shoulders around and the torso, not very far. And back to center, other side, same thing. Arms come around. Torso follows, looking out over those hands. And bring it back. Arms out to the side, shoulder blades are back, chest is out. And right down the middle, you're looking, arms come around, staying in a straight line, and back to the middle, other side. Little at a time we go. You go as far as you can. Not past that. Any pain? Stop immediately. Left hand outside the right knee, grab onto the back of the chair. Now we're doing it. This is the intense stretch. Start with the shoulder blades back and chest is out. Rotate. Use that back hand and push off, or pull, I should say, as you bring that back shoulder around, keeping the front arm right out in front of you, creating a straight line, and back to center. To the other side we go. Right hand outside left knee. Roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out. Arm around. And bring it back to center. Shake that out. We're good. Nah, we're good. Grab your weights. Grab a drink of water. And we will move on. We're moving on up to the weights. I'm a good singer. All right. My wife and I do that to each other all the time. We sing, we're not good singers, and then we tell each other that we are good singers. All right, so first time we go through, so we're going to go through these exercises twice, 2 times. First time we're going to be seated, or if you want to stand up, you can stand up right from the beginning. It's up to you. Weights go on the thighs, shoulder blades are back. Find your neutral position. Start there. Little roll of the shoulders. Bring the lower back, get a little curve in the lower back, bring the shoulder blades back. Ears over the shoulders, over the hips. You know this one. We're just going to bring the foot up and back down, slow. And to start out, you may just want to bring the heel up. We're going to work these hip flexors, warm them up a little bit. We did a lot of marching, so they were ready, but you may not have it with the weight on there. So just start nice and easy, just picking those heels up off the floor. And then little by little, as you feel comfortable, those muscles are starting to warm up a little bit more. You feel a little more strength in there. You can start picking them up just a little bit higher and up and up. Slim pickings. I love hee-haw. Up and up. Grand Ole Opry. Bring it up. Knee, toe, hip, everything right straight forward. Shoulder blades back, chest is out. This is really easy to start leaning forward. All of them are. Honestly, all of them are. Gravity's working to make it so that you don't stay in the position you're supposed to. Fight it. Fight it. Fight the feeling. Up and up, up. Go at your pace. You don't have to bring it up really high. Just take your time with it. Control the movement. Up and up, 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 and bring it down. All right. We're going to take the legs. We did this in warm up and start right here. Out and in, out and in. Get the shoulder blades back. You're on the edge of the chair. You're picking that foot up and going out. Reach out, come back in, out and in. Make sure the hips aren't rolling with it. Just the leg moving in that socket. Hands come up to the chest. You may want to use weights. You may not want to use weights. If you find out it's wrong, put the weights down and just do it with the hand only. What we're going to do is as we step out with the leg, we're going to reach across and bring it back in. Only reach out as far as is comfortable for you. We warmed up the shoulders, but it may take a little more now that you've got that resistance there to find those muscles to strengthen up, to warm up just a little bit more. Reach and back. Feel any problems with the shoulders at all, please put the weights down. Or don't go up as high. Just make little movements, small, not very far away from the chest. Up to you how you do it. Out, 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 and out. Again, you go at your pace. My pace is too fast. You take your time. We get out and in. One more time each side. Bring it back and down. Roll the shoulder blades back. We're going to go and just do a march here. Roll the shoulders back, little rotations, little circles back, little circles forward. Stretch that out a little bit. Find your neutral position again. Again, reaching out, we want to make sure, usually that'll bring us forward just a little bit. Make sure those shoulders are back. Always starting from the neutral position. We always want to make sure that before we make a movement, we've got the body in alignment. All right, next, bring the feet apart. Flat on the floor, toes out at a 45-degree angle, heels in. Shoulder blades are back. We're going to go down, 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 down into a hip hinge. And pushing through the heels, bring it back up again. Remember, you're driving up through the heels as you come up. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. You're really kind of leading with the shoulders on this, but in a way that you're rolling the shoulder blades together, and then you're pulling up and back down and up. All right, warmed up the hips a little bit. Bring the legs in so they're shoulder width apart. Same thing, coming down, staying in that bent over position. So you want to be over the thighs, toes are pointed forward, ankles right underneath the knees, and you come down as far as you can go. That's comfortable, keeping the shoulder blades back. So if you roll the shoulders forward just a little bit and then bring it back, bringing the chin up, chest out, putting that curve in the lower part of the back, you can feel the difference. That's where you want to be, is right there. Keep focusing on that. Think about that. All right, from that position, opposite arms, rolling the shoulder blades back and down, back and down. So we want to do this in a smooth movement, right to left, around, squeeze the shoulder blade, other side, back. Only lean forward as far as you can go, that you can keep the back straight. Hamstrings might start tightening up. You have to come up a little bit higher. That's fine. Bring the weights up from the floor. One up, one down. As you get to the top, roll the shoulder blades back. It doesn't matter where you're at in that lean. The deeper you can go, the more gravity is going to work against you, the more intense the exercise is going to be. Doesn't matter. You go where's right for your back. Back and back. 5 seconds left. We can do one more each side. We can do two more each side. One more time. One more time. Back and back. Arms down. Shake that out. So you should feel that in between the shoulder, in between the shoulder blades, in between the shoulder blades. Yes. Through the shoulder blades and the shoulders. All right. Set your weights down. Let's do a little stretch before we go to the next one. Shake it out, roll the shoulder blades back, arms out to the sides, grab onto the back of the chair, feel the stretch through the shoulders. You should feel the muscles we just used stretching out there. Deep breath in, stomach out, bring the arms forward, rolling, stretching out the upper back. So we work the whole upper half of the body. We're stretching it out one more time. Arms behind, chest is out. Deep breath in and forward, rolling the shoulders forward. All right, back we go. Grab your weights. On to the next. This time we're going to take leg out to the side, rotation, and bring it back in, up and out, and back in. Just like in warm-ups, make sure that your back is straight, shoulders, hips, ears, all in alignment. Roll it to the outside and bring it back in. External rotation, picking that leg up, rolling it around, knee and toe, same direction, and bring it back in. You're going to bring the weights up, elbows at a 90-degree angle. And same leg, same arm, bringing the elbow up and back down, working that muscle on the outside of the shoulder, down, up, and back in. Rotate. Doesn't matter how far that leg goes around. Feel the stretch on the inner thighs while you're looking for. Make sure that you can keep that knee and toe together and not just taking the knee out, and in, out. Weight comes straight up, elbow straight up from the torso as that leg goes around. It's a brain exercise. Rotation through the lower half of the body and bringing it right straight up on the side and out, up, and back down. Leg out, leg in, elbow up, elbow down. Should be feeling this in that muscle on the outside of the shoulder, that outside, that deltoid muscle pointing to the side, out and in, out. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, let's get out of the shoulders and roll the shoulder blades back, going into the biceps muscles, using the curl and up. Bringing the weights up, elbows stay right next to the torso. Don't let them go back behind you. Keep them up and back down. Arms right straight out in front of you. Bring them up. Again, it's an arc. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Make sure that you hold that positioning instead of letting the shoulders come forward as the weights do. Making sure that those muscles in the front of the upper arm do all the work here. Up about 3/4 of the way and down about 1/4 of the way up. Always keeping those muscles under tension. Bring it up and back down. Take your time. Make sure knees, toes forward. Shoulder blades back, chest out. Little curve in the lower part of the back. Down and back up. Elbows right next to the torso, not starting to roll back a little bit. Up and back down. 10 seconds left. Bring it up and down. One more time. Up and down. We're doing that balancy thing. We did the front of the arms, upper arms. Now we're doing the back of the upper arms. Going back into our hip hinge. Feet shoulder width apart, shoulder blades back, and the hip hinge right over the thighs. Elbows back as far as they'll go. And it's an extend and bring them back in. One thing I want you to watch is not bring the arm up, lock the elbow, and then turn the weight so that it's hitting the wrist. Keep the wrist straight. The weight should be perpendicular to the arm the whole way through this. And back down. Oops, my bad. Out and in. Elbows back. Shoulder blades squeeze together. And in. Out. And in. Feel this in the back of the upper arm. Don't lock the elbow out. Straight back. Hold for a count. and then drop down. Don't just bounce. You want up, hold, feel those muscles really engage, and then drop out. Up and out, and in, out, and back in. Relax. Roll the shoulders just for a second. We're going to put the weights back on, going to the lower body. We've worked the upper body here for a few. Let's go back to the lower body. We're going to extend the legs out. Shoulder blades are back. We're going to pick the leg up and back down. Again, not very high. Up and back down. Working these hip flexors, working the core, holding the shoulder blades back, chest is out as we lift the leg and back down. Small, easy, slow movements that you are completely in control of. And down, up, and down. You can take your time, go at your pace. I say up, down. I don't mean that you have to go at that pace. You do what's right for you so that you don't lean forward, so that you don't put that back in a bad position where you could get hurt, up, or cause an injury. Up and back down. Couple more times. Bring it up, back down, up, and back down. Whew. All right. One last exercise. Seated. We're going to go back into that hip hinge this time. Weights parallel with the torso. So whatever angle you're at with the torso, that's the angle the weights are at. Extend the arms out just a little bit away from the torso. Keep the elbows bent. We're just going to bring the shoulder blades back together. Weights stay parallel. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring it back forward. Back. Weight is into the heels. Feeling the ball of the foot to the heel is where the weight is as you lean into this, as you have that hip hinge, knee right over the ankle. Alignment, alignment, toes straight forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, hold, release. Just come down a little bit. This is a pulse move. Back, hold, and up. Again, bring it back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and release. A couple more. There's one, and back down, last one. Bring it back, hold, and release. Weights down. Grab a drink of water. That is the seated portion. We are going to go to the standing portion, but that is up to you if you want to go to standing or not. If your body and brain say, standing up is not the right thing, it's not the right thing. So we're going to go through doing exactly what we did the last time, starting with the march. So bringing the weights, putting them on the thighs. If you need a little longer of a break, take it. You need to just sit for a couple seconds. That's fine. Catch us wherever we are. All right. So shoulder blades are back. Chest is out. Weights on the thighs. Foot up and back down. Again, take your time. It may be that for balance, you're having issues. Just bring up the heel, keeping the toe on the floor, and then alternate that way. If you can find the balance in it, or you're next to a chair, next to a wall, then you can pick that up. It's keeping yourself just a little bit away from the support, away from the chair, away from the wall, so that you're not leaning against it, but it's there if you need it. Up and back down. These are super slow movements. Doesn't matter how high the knee comes up, it's bringing it up and back down, balancing on that single foot, making sure that that foot is flat on the ground. Up and back down. Knees always have a little bit of bend in them. And back down, up. Working the hip flexors as we lift and back down. These are the muscles that bring the foot up when we walk. Up and back down. 4 seconds left. One more each side. One there. Up and back down. Toe touches out to the side. Tap and tap. Just that easy. Nice and light. Doesn't go out very far. Leg out and bring it back in. Keep yourself balanced on that single leg just for a couple seconds as that foot goes out. Up and out. Tap and bring it back in again. Out and in, out, and in. Weights up to the chest if you want, if this is right. Cross punch. So as the foot goes out, same arm reaches across and back in, creating a diagonal. Out and in. Again, taking your time. You've got weight shifting and you're trying to hold right over that stationary leg by keeping that core strong, tightening that core up, holding you straight up and down so that you're in alignment, head to toe, out and in, out and in. Again, these can be really small if you want. Just make sure, please make sure you're not letting the shoulder roll forward. Keep it straight. Out and in, out. Back stays straight, whatever you do. And in, out, 7 seconds. Reach and bring it back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and arms down. Shake that out. Shake the legs out. So let's work on just the hip hinge. Knees stay over the ankle, feet are shoulder width apart. We're going to push the butt back, not very far, and bring it back in again. Pushing the hips back, sliding back, knees stay over the ankles, sliding forward, keeping the shoulder blades back and chest is out. Down and back. So you're hinging right here, right at the hip, coming down, looking at the floor, and then squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstrings from the back, push the hips forward. All right, so we're going to go into that hip hinge, down, and from right here, piston row, shoulder blade back, rotating around, up and up. What you want to be careful of here is that you don't let the torso twist. Don't let it go from side to side. It stays right where it is, working those muscles in the core, maintaining that strength in the core, that contraction through the core to make sure that you don't twist. Strengthening those muscles by keeping them nice and tight. Up. Make sure the knees are still over the ankles. Roll the shoulder blade when you get to the top. So as you get to the top with that elbow, roll the shoulder blade back. And the other side, same thing, without rotating the torso. 10 seconds left. Back and back. Squeeze it. Around, around, and we're good. Lower body first, just to practice at it, just to practice. Out and in. External rotation. Foot up, toe and knee go out, toe and knee come back in. Doesn't have to be very far. It can be a really small rotation. Working those hips, working the muscles on the outside of the hips. So giving us flexibility and movement through the hips, giving us strength on the outside to be able to lift that leg out laterally and bring it back, out and back. Now the brain stuff, the hard stuff. Elbows that are 90, right next to the torso. As the foot goes out and rotates, elbow comes up and then back in. Out and in. That's it. That's what we're doing. You can join me. Up and back. Out and back. So I put a little too much weight on the side. As I started to rotate that foot, I leaned the other way, leaned the other way to try to compensate for the weight going out. I went way too far. Out. I want to stop when I'm right over that stationary leg and back, out and in. Rotate and rotate. Out, bring it back. One more time each side, around and in, around and in. Biceps curls. So the first thing you want to do is just stay in your neutral position. Feet shoulder width apart. Little bend in the knees, micro bend. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out, ears, shoulders, hips, all lined up. Palms forward. And we're just going to bring them up. And back down. Stop. Stop when you get about a quarter of the way up. Up, up, up. Stop when you get about 3/4 of the way up. Hold right there. Check your shoulder blades. Make sure you're still back. Weight should be from the ball of the foot to the heels all the way through this. Don't let yourself go forward. If you feel more weight in the front of the foot than the back, that means the shoulders are rolling forward. Get yourself back in neutral position. Up, squeezing those biceps, and back down. Bring it up, hold, and release back down. A few more times. Shoulder blades back. Weight from the ball of the foot to the heel. Up, and bring it down one more time. Up, and back down nice and slow. Drop the arms. You should feel that from just above the elbow going up to just below the shoulder, those biceps muscles. Remember that hip hinge? We're doing it again. We're doing it again. Let's start just there. Butt out and back in nice and slow. Maybe you can go just a little bit deeper than you were before as those hamstrings start to stretch out. Muscles warm up a little bit more and bring it up. But the minute the knees start to go forward or the shoulders start to roll down, stop. Get yourself back in this position with the knees over the ankles, back in a neutral position. And up. Coming on down, staying right there, bringing the elbows up behind, extending at the elbows, and bringing them back down again. So it's really important on this one to make sure you get the shoulder blades back. I have a problem with this one. This one, I really have a tendency to roll my shoulders forward. What I want is to get that butt back, little curve in the lower part of the back, out and back in. It's a skier. It's a skier's move. Out and in, pushing off, and bring the arms back in. Triceps extension. Elbow is the only thing that's moving. Shoulder blades are nice and tight together. Out, so you're working those muscles between the shoulders, those posture muscles. Ones that hold the chest open, hold the chin up as they get stronger. Out and in one more time. Bring it back in. Go ahead and stand up. Shake that out. You should be tired from inside of the elbow to the shoulder, back of the arms, upper back, all of that. We got a couple more to do, then we're done. Hands on the thighs again, shoulder blades are back. This one's a little tougher. What we're gonna do is just bring that foot up forward and back down. So it's a leg raise. It's a leg raise. It's not a march. It's bringing that foot up with a little bend in the knee and back down again. Doesn't have to come up very high. And if you want to tap the heel, you should do that and bring it back down. Concentrate on the shoulder blades back, chest out, chin up. See if you can get that foot off the floor just for a second. So as you bring that foot up, maybe you put the heel on the floor, lift for a couple counts, and then go right back down and bring it in. So always have your balance, always feel in control of the movement. Up and out. Straight leg lift and back in. Straight leg meaning micro bend in the knee, just a little bit of bend. Don't lock it out. Up and back down. Up and back. Weight shift over that stationary leg as you bring the other foot up and back down. This is a good one to do with your back against the chair, back against a wall, not touching it, but making sure you've got a straight back. That way, if you do start to fall, you can lean back onto the wall, come back to balanced, start over, up and back down. Last one we're doing. One more. This is the last one. Hip hinge. Arms out front. Shoulder blades back. So I talked about strengthen the upper back, keeps the chin up. What you do is when you get those muscles get really tight in front, shoulders roll forward. When they do, the chin comes down to the chest. When you start working those muscles in the upper back, you roll the shoulder blades back. The minute you do that, chin's going to come up. You're going to be looking out in front of you like you're supposed to be. You're not blocking the air passage in the throat by having the chin down at the chest, more air in the lungs. So we want to strengthen that muscle up between the shoulder blades, those muscles up between the shoulder blades. This is another way to do it. Reverse fly. Shoulder blades back, squeeze them together tight. Relax it, don't go all the way down, keep them under tension the whole time. Those muscles in the upper back. Down and up. Squeeze it together. Down. See if you can get that butt back just a little bit farther in that hip hinge, in that skier stance. Back and up. Again, the more you can get that torso parallel with the floor, the closer you can get, the more gravity's working against you, the more you have to work those muscles in the upper back to lift that weight. But that's only if that's right for you. Bring it back and up one more time. Put the weights down. Put them down. Drop the weights. Step away from the weights. Step away from the weights. Grab your chair. We're going to sit on back down again. We need to stretch those muscles. We just contracted so much. It's time. It's time for Jack LaLanne and the new Jack LaLanne show. I'm a good singer. Shoulder blades are back. Come on out to the edge of the chair. Sit right there. Ooh, relax. Just bring those feet up a little bit. We're going to start right there. Just a nice, easy march. Arms down at the side. Shake them out. Roll the shoulder blades back. And roll them forward. Start taking some deep breaths. Make sure the shoulder blades stay back. As you're marching, shoulders have a tendency to come down. Up. Rolling the shoulder blades forward without letting the chest come with it. Those circles should get just a little bit bigger if you can. And a little bit bigger if you can. A little bit bigger if you can. If you can't, then they don't get bigger. And backwards now. Palms down on the way down, up on the way up. Rotating the arm within the shoulder. Feel the stretch through the chest, upper back, and shoulders. Feels so good. And shake that out. Arms up overhead. Roll the shoulder blades back. Intertwine the fingers, pushing the palms right up to the ceiling if you can. If not, palms toward the head. But if you can, get that extra stretch through the wrists, through the hands, and the fingers by pushing the palms away from you. All right, feet down. We're going to do a side bend. Arm up over the top. Upper arm in alignment with the ear. Over in an arc over the top of the head. And keeping the sits bones straight on the chair. And then bring it back up. What we're looking for is a stretch through the shoulder, the lower part of the shoulder, outside of the torso along the rib cage. Down. Deep breath in. And use that top hand to bring you back up. Again, arms come down to the side, grab onto the bottom of the chair. The seat to the seat of the chair, roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out. Deep breath in. Get those shoulder blades back as far as you can because we are going to stretch the chest out, which we worked. And then we're going to go and bring the arms forward, stretching out the upper back. Deep breath in, getting a little extra stretch from those expanded lungs with all that air in them. Deep breath in, exhale, grab onto the back of the chair or the bottom of the chair, wherever's right for you. Rolling the shoulder blades back, chest is out. Again, deep breath in with those shoulder blades back, stretch it out, and come forward. And relax. Left hand, right thigh, right hand, back of the chair, shoulder blades back, chest is out. Remember that you have to keep that chin up through this entire rotation. Shoulders right straight across. Where you're going to turn is through the middle of the back. So you've got to keep the feet forward and rotate through that back shoulder. Deep breath in, exhale as you come around. Feeling the stretch through the shoulder, front and back. Other side. Find your positioning first. Shoulder blades are back. Chin is out, chest is out. Bring it around. Deep breath in and exhale. So I used to try to get as far around as I could. Like if I could spin 3 times. Not what we're looking for. All we want is just that rotation to feel it up the back. Feet apart, knees out at 45, feet out at 45. Hands on the thighs, roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out. Down you come, right down the middle. Keeping the shoulder blades back. We're back in that hip hinge again. Don't let the shoulders roll down. Feel the stretch through the hamstrings, the back of the thighs, lower back. Push through the hands to come back up, not using the shoulders, not using the lower back. Bring the feet in, right straight forward. We're going to go into that hip hinge again, but this time letting the shoulders drop, chest to the thighs, roll it down. Excellent stretch for the lower back. Roll the shoulders down to the floor. Feel the stretch to the upper back, lower back. Deep breath in, keeping the chin up. Don't let your head drop below the heart. That sends the blood into the head, and then you start getting dizzy, and then you fall over, and we don't want that. Hands on the thighs. Push yourself back up again. Roll the shoulder blades back and up. Shake that out. What are we doing next? Oh, neck stretches. Ear to shoulder. Bring it down. Keep yourself in alignment. You're looking right straight out in front of you. And then take that opposite hand, push down. Stretching out the side of the neck. And more importantly, that muscle we did when we did the side raises, that deltoid on the outside of the shoulder, we're stretching that out with lots of other muscles included in the stretch. Bonus. And bring it back up. Other side, same thing. Ear to shoulder. Make sure you're looking right straight out in front. Always have that alignment. Shoulder, ear, ear, shoulder. Arms too. Come on down. Push that opposite hand down. Palm out, however you do it. Move it around a little bit until you feel the stretch coming all the way down the side. And bring it back into center. Roll the shoulder blades back. Roll the shoulders forward. Roll the neck around a little bit. Loosen it all up there. Shake the arms out. We're going to go underneath the thighs. Bringing the shoulders up, arms up, shoulders back. Lifting through the upper body. Deep breath in with the hands up overhead. Pushing the chest out, driving the stomach out, feeling the air go down to the lower part of the lungs, and exhale back out. 2 more times. Down. Bring it up, shoulder blades back, deep breath in. Through the nose, forcing it. Stomach out into the lower lungs. Exhale down. 1 more. 1 more time. 1 more. And up. Shoulder blades back, arms up, and then you come up pushing through the feet. Deep breath in, exhale as you bring the arms down. Twingle, twingle. Just wiggle the fingers, would you? Bring it down nice and slow. Shoulder blades are back, chest is open. Little circles as you come down. Feel the muscles stretch out. Relax it. All should be well now. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and I will see you again on Friday. Thank you.